no joke, this ain't no game. This that CSZ game. They said pull up, so I came. You better put some respect on their name. Yeah, 55 was goody. Kill the vibe, how could he? Big Cardinal on the hoodie. Let me break it down for you fully. This ain't your average broadcast. This ain't just no podcast. Another show spread fake news. We just call it podcast. Wes, Joey, Sam, Shawn, Dalton, and you know that boy Higgy. He said he want small fries. Tell him they better make him big. Yeah, you already know what we be on.
You bet. Here he goes. This place is gone.
If we set it and set it in stone, sit in the seat, set up your phone. You in the Cardinal sports zone.
Straight steal of home. The slide. The Cards win.
The magic is working tonight. How do you know when things are...
The emotional journey to the championship.
What is up, everybody? Welcome. We lost one of our co-hosts here. Okay, he's back. I had him ready smooth to hop right in here like he wasn't here to begin with, but he hopped off. Welcome to the longest running streaming podcast series in the city devoted to Louisville athletics. This is the Cardinal Sports Zone Podcast, and we are coming to you live from the Shoot 360 studios. I'm your host, Jeremy Wyman. Here are my co-hosts for the day. First off, he is Louisville football beat writer, Louisville women's basketball writer, an elite platinum level pimp. It's our guy, Sam Bazin.
What up? What up?
Wait, Wes says he can't see us? Wait a minute. You can't see Wes, or not Wes. Gosh dang it, I'm looking at you. Higgy, you don't see us? Wes, you don't see us?
No, I see. Can you hear me?
Yeah. You can see us?
Yeah, I can see
Okay.
you.
Oh,
Higgy's always...
can't see Wes.
You can't see Wes. That sounds kind of messed up there.
No, don't do it. Don't do it.
That's what it sounds like. Listen, don't forget the Mossy Oak chat line is open. If you're watching on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, or however, send us your questions on social media. We'll read them out. Check on the graphic below to see how you can follow the Cardinal Sports Zone Podcast on social media and how you can help support us monetarily if you wish. Hit that thumbs up button while you're here on YouTube. Make sure you're watching on YouTube if you can. It'll help us out more, even though 99% of you still watch on Twitter. Shout out to our fine sponsors, Fitness Market, Four Pegs, Collision Course Crew, Cherry Pick and Shoot 360, Mossy Oak, Planet Fitness, Rally House, Beckman's Fine Blades, and Josh Jarbo from Remax Realty. I think Higgy's going to try to reset his phone or whatever because, all right, there he is. Always disruptive shit. Can you see us now?
Roger Dodger.
Okay. Listen, I don't know. In case you all missed this last week, not last week, but on Friday's episode of the Cardinal Sports Zone Podcast, we probably had one of the funniest things occur in the history. And if you looked at our top five, wouldn't you all say probably 4 of the 5 are Higgy related, if not all 5?
Yes.
I would say probably all 5, but I don't want to I don't want to demote anybody's hilarity because I know things like that happen from time to time. But on Friday night, I released a short on YouTube that just simply titled "Shake My Head, Higgy's Done It Again." We're gonna play it for y'all real quick. Clip that. It's well, we thought it was over, but he's back, and we appreciate it. It's always fun when Higgy's here. We try to bring a little bit of lightheartedness. The thing is, there's a lot of people that take this serious, podcasters and radio people, and we just like to have a good time. That's why Shawn's such a good sport when it comes to us talking about the fact that he is drier than the Sahara Desert. Now we're watching Higgy's tea. Okay. Oh, he's making us. Here's a surprise breaking news. Higgy's making food.
And we're on PTV, Sad Boob Hour.
There you go. Side boob out. Come on, man. That's messed up. Higgy was just telling us about how he had a chance run in with former Louisville basketball assistant coach Vince Taylor. That was pretty cool. He's down there helping out our guy Nolan at Tennessee State. Nolan hired him a couple weeks ago. That's pretty awesome. But
Okay.
all right, let's check the chat line out real quick before we get started. Ransdale family says, "What's up, y'all? God bless. What's up, y'all? Or what's up, yo? Appreciate you joining us." We do know that we're having some technical difficulties with Twitter. They keep changing things up and making it hard, so we may not see all your Twitter comments. It's not logging our Twitter viewers either. So, but we do know you're there. We can see, we can check on the live stream on our the live Twitter on our phone. Let's see, but okay, we will answer. We did have some questions of the days that we'll answer later on. So you'll have to excuse a little. You know me, I'm a little preoccupied when you host a show, produce a show, and do everything at once. You get sidetracked from time to time. And I'll probably be sidetracked again. Let's get right into this, y'all. We know it's Sunday. It's NFL Sunday, first Sunday of the season. Unfortunately, because I forgot to bring my YouTube TV Sunday ticket box up here. That's what we'll call it for legal purposes. We're stuck watching the Dolphins and Tua turnovers and the Colts. And the only other game on TV right now is the Bengals and the Browns. Nobody wants to see that. So
They're down 19-10, by the way.
Do what?
The Steelers are down 19-10, by the way.
Okay, well, thanks for pointing that out.
Wow.
Your blood pressure's up 19-20. You don't even have to pat your shirt. We can hear your shirt patting your body when your heart beats. All right, segment one. Let's hop right into it. My thoughts on the game. This is going to be lengthy because I was really, really aggravated. So I typed a lot of stuff. Cards get the ball first, opening drive. We find out early the Dukes are stacking the box. Bust Isaac Brown up twice, then sack Miller Moss on third down. Cards punt. The Dukes start out at midfield. Crowd hype. Cards avoid disaster on the flea flicker. And we talked about this in the group chat. A lot of people were not unsatisfied with the secondary, and I was very unsatisfied with the secondary until I had a conversation. And I still think that the secondary could have done better. But Steve did lead me to our guy Steve Rummage did lead me to realize that they were prepared for a dual threat quarterback. So they may have been out of position time to time because they thought he was running and he wasn't. So I will defer and say I was wrong on that. Possible. I still think you should be able to do it. But whatever. Cards avoid disaster on the flea flicker, deflected 2 passes. After a little trouble the first 2 downs, Moss scampers for 6 and extends the 6 yards. Isaac Brown just going because JMU is stacking the box. Cards down in enemy territory and get stuffed. Huh. I didn't write "huh," but that's the way I felt. The Dukes start out the Louisville 39. And it may not have been the Louisville 39. They may have started out in their own territory. I the wrong 39 down. More tip passes. JMU to third down again, and the Cards smother the Dukes. JMU goes for it. Cards stop them, but a holding penalty gives them the ball back. That was a secondary holding penalty. Is that correct, Sam?
Yeah.
Expertise. JMU starts to march down the field, 7-2-7. They get it. It's goal line stand time. But that doesn't pan out because the play action pass puts the Dukes up 7-0. Cards get themselves in the foot. I've got Boo with 400 O's behind it. Deja vu to start the first quarter. Don't make it at all. If y'all remember, we had a lot of trouble with Jim in the first half of the last game we played against them. Even though we scored, they scored the first touchdown in that game, but we went up 3-0 on them before they went up 7-3 on it. Third possession for the Cards. What is wrong with our O-line? Now I'm reading y'all my raw thoughts. So if I say something inappropriate, clock me for it. Brown with negative 6 yards rushing at this point. Pass interference gives the Cards a break, but we'll do something with it. And it gets 5 and then 3 more because JMU back. We'll take it. Kiwan for a big first down. Cards on the mark. A down the field Cardinal completely gives us the ball at the 17, coupled with a hands to the face call. But Miller Moss is sacked, fumbles, under review, stands. The first quarter sucks.
Did they review it?
They did review
Yeah,
it.
they
Well,
reviewed
they said on TV they reviewed it. Now, whether they relayed that or maybe they just assumed it, but they said we're reviewing this, and then they went to commercial. So when they came back, they were already lined up. I remember saying to Shawn, "Well, I guess they reviewed it, and they didn't say anything." So I don't know if they actually reviewed it or they assumed it was being reviewed, because live it kind of looked like his knee was down, but then when they slowed it down, we saw very clearly that it was a fumble. Oh yeah, they did review it, because wasn't that when they showed us? That's something cool this year.
Command center.
The command center they showed us this year. Yeah, so they did
Yeah.
review it. Yeah, and that was pretty cool. I liked hearing. I almost wanted to hear one of them be like, you know what, F it, it's Louisville, give them the ball back. But I didn't hear that, and that didn't happen. JMU dinks and dunks down the field. Cards have third down and fourth to 40. Hold them to fourth down. They're going for it. We hold them. Fourth possession. Let's freaking go. This segment brought to you by Betty Crocker, apparently, as Higgy is shaking it for you all on the screen. Moss almost throws a pick six. Nice. Converts third down to Bell. Before you know it, it's third down again. 4th and 3. Cards stay on the field again. Skinner with the 25-yard completion, and we convert. 2nd and 1. Duke runs it down to the 3. 3 straight penalties, by the way, gives us first and goal from the 2. 2 straight stuff sets us up 3rd and short again. Bell drops the touchdown in the end zone. Go for 3 and get it. Disappointing ending to this drive. It's 7-3 Dukes. Wonder if maybe we could have used another quarter of 2 for the offense last week. Whatever emoji that is, that's what I put. Defense has been stout again. Cards hold the 4th down. JMU going for it again. They take a timeout and then get it after the timeout. I'm tired of this bleep. 3rd and 11. Cards sack JMU for an 8-yard loss. D coming up big. Cards get the ball, and 1:53 left on the 38 after a 15-yard bounce back. I don't know what the 153 means. I guess my fingers were typing too fast. Cards get the ball on the 38-yard line after a 15-yard. That was one of the weirdest punts I'd ever seen.
Yeah.
Because it legit hit like at the opposite 45 and then rolled all the way back.
The punter, I read this on Twitter, the punter's the one who downed it.
What an idiot. Well, maybe it wasn't. Maybe it would have rolled even further back had he not. I don't know. Time for us to dink and dunk this crap. 7 yards to Bell. Lacey for a chunk. Cards already on the 22. False start, of course. Brown gets 7 back on first down, and we fizzle again. Cards hit another field goal, 7-6 JMU with 9 seconds left in the first half. They nil it out. 7-6 at the half. If you all remember the first game, they were up. I believe they were up with 3 seconds left in the first half, and we kicked a field goal that time as well, but it put us in the lead at the half, or it tied it up. That's what it was. It tied it up at 10.
Yeah.
Going into the half. Nobody really saw this coming. We talked about it, and there is a clip from Friday's show that where I say, that they may just be better than they thought they were, than we thought they were. Apparently, nobody could be as good as they thought they were.
Wait a minute, half it was 7-6. It was 7-6.
No, that's what I said. I said the first game it was 10-10.
Okay.
Yeah. Listening is fundamental. Small sample size, though, equals bloated expectations. Why did we struggle in the first half so much? Boy, did we look stupid. We were all wrong. I'm beating myself and us up pretty much. Sam, why do you think we struggled so much in the first half?
I don't want to say we didn't came out ready to play, because I don't think that was the case. I think, and I don't want to say we underestimated JMU. I just think that JMU had all chips into this game.
Sure.
So I would say how we came against Florida in the Sugar Bowl, I think JMU brought that type of defensive intensity. They scouted Louisville really, really well. First down, they sold out on all runs.
Yeah.
The first series, they knew it was coming. The second series, after being stopped on first down and second down with the run, most people would decide, you know what, I'm going to throw the ball. So they knew on the second series, first down was a throw. Had Coach Brom run the ball, we might have gotten some yards there. But they kind of put Louisville's offense in a predictable situations early on in the game, and they were able to feast off of that to where it made the game a lot closer than it was. So give credit to JMU. They had a great game plan. I think this is what they've been preparing for all off season. They might have been scouting Louisville all off season, just in hopes to win this game. But yeah, that's my take on it right there.
Hey Wes, there's a lot of feedback coming back from your microphone. Do you have a difference? Do you have two speakers on or something?
No. I
Okay,
really
do me a
don't.
favor. Log out and log back in real quick. All
All
right.
right, I got you.
And I'll kind of wait and I hadn't at this point yet. I hadn't started talking about my frustrations with the secondary. I mentioned one situation where I was frustrated with the secondary, but mic check.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sound,
Okay.
is it
Yeah, I
sound?
think it's better. Shawn, say something.
Is everything good? No feedback.
No,
No
you're
feedback.
not. But
Perfect.
anyway, no yeet. But we're not gonna talk about that.
That's true. Second half, defense comes out and plays hot, even though they fell asleep on one play on that drive. Nope, still hear it. I'm hearing it again, and it don't matter. And then
Is
there
it-
was a
Is it kind of like a whistling sound in my background?
no. It's a repeat. Like everything, it's almost like I'm talking on the microphone, and then I've got my phone also on watching the show, and it's picking it. It don't matter. I'll drown it out.
You want me to mute and then actually talk when I get ready to speak, like
You
just to keep
can
everything?
if that's not a problem for you. I'm not trying to
No, it's
inconvenience
not. I mean, whatever, bro. Whatever makes the show best.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Then there was a pass interference by Tay that really had everybody shaking their head. Hold them to a fourth third down, and the JMU guy makes an insane one-headed catch at the 15. Saluka runs in for the touchdown. It's 14-6 JMU. Please let this stop. I didn't say that. On the third play of the next possession, and Shawn, I looked at you after that and I said, we've got to score on this drive or we're in trouble. 3 plays later, 64-yard tutty to Chris Bell, going for 2. Get it. Moss goes in on a nice little run. It's 14-14 as Perrin Johnson makes a TV appearance. Sloshed out of his mind, probably. I don't know. I didn't see it. Shawn did. Time for the Cards to do the dang thing. JMU's ball. Third down again. This time we stop them. Don't get anything going on offense, though. This time we come up short on a trick play. We punt and tackle them on the 4. Great tackle on the 4. JMU marching down the field again, dang it. Only I didn't say dang it. It's another third down. Please, for the love of God, stop them. Please, God. And don't let him be anywhere near Higgy. And we had a big sack. And I believe was that Lubin with that sack right there?
Are we in which quarter?
We are in the third quarter.
Or was that Bailey?
It might have been.
It was Bailey. No. As soon as you said it, I remember who it was because I remember. Okay, Cards start off at the 35. They stop our rushing game, but we have 3rd and 6 and can't convert. We are heading to the fourth quarter. JMU starts off at their 8-yard line. 2 good stop. It's 3rd down and 3. JMU penalty makes it 3rd and 10. A Lubin strip sack in the end zone. AJ recovers. Touchdown Cards 20-14 after the failed 2-point attempt. 13-0 run by the Cards. Hope that doesn't come back to bite us, which it didn't. The personal foul did, though. They get the ball at the Louisville 39. Again, these are live thoughts. The Cards record their 5th sack. It's 3rd and 15. Time to put this away. JMU going for it and fell. Cards ball, JMU 35. Chris Bell drops another key catch. At least this time he was being held. So that's not really a drop if you're being held, I don't think. 4th down, punt it. JMU starts off at the Louisville 30. Sack number 6. JMU punts. Time to close this out. He done did it again too, and we did it again because if you remember, Shawn, I said he's been struggling all game. He just needs to break this off. I remember going back and listening afterwards where Paul Rogers is like, man, he's averaging like 2 yards a carry or something like that. Isaac Brown 78-yard touchdown run, which takes him to 104 yards rushing on the evening, which took him to like 20-something yards per carry. It was crazy. After a lull of a game from 2 yards to 8.6 yards per play on one play. Going for 2 again this time. The one-handed catch by Hurry makes it 28-14, capping off a 22-0 run. Here's where I get excited / hype. I'm done for the night unless Louisville scores or makes a big play. Tired of this. Big play, Jamari Mack picks off Sloka, as I called him, to end the game as his face mask was being yeeted. Cards hold off to win 28-14. Key play at the end of the game, and we also went back and rewatched this too. I thought there was a defensive IQ, like a superior defensive IQ play. I thought one of our guys grabbed the football and kind of like threw it behind them so that it took some more time off the clock because they were about to score with about 15 seconds left. I'm like, Shawn, let's rewind this and see which one of our guys was so brilliant. They tossed the ball back. The only problem is there was a purple arm sleeve connected to the hand of the guy that threw the ball in the end zone. It was their own guy. He's a moron. Listen, I really wanted to give James Madison credit. Their players didn't afford me that. Their coaches didn't afford me that. Their fans, almost more delusional than other fans in the state, but Cards hold on to win at 28-14. We saw Jeff and Ron English going at it during the game. That was entertaining, and honestly, it's a lot of people were like, "Oh, Jeff was yelling at Ron, and Ron pointed at the scoreboard." That there's no way that's what Ron was pointing at. He probably just told him to calm down. The game's almost over. There's no way, because he'd be fired before the game was over with if that were the case. Thanks to Saluka for throwing the ball in the end zone after the play, so they don't even, or whoever it was, they don't even get a chance to score. Slow start. JMU defense stuffed the box. We did not adjust. Got the win. Not sure why we couldn't adjust and stop. You all told me that they had a dual threat quarterback. I did not assume that it was Saluka. I thought it was the other way around. I thought the other guy was the dual threat. I thought Saluka was the pocket passer. That's not the case. It reminded me of when we couldn't defend. Who was this? Was it Levis? I'm thinking of. Who was it? There was another big white. No, this one was a big white quarterback that just ran down the field, and
It was Levis. It was Levis.
Okay.
Yeah.
And a little bit of DJ Ungalale, the fastest, slowest running person I've ever seen with the ball. I don't know what it is. But let's talk about the biggest news. What
bro, Trevor Lawrence.
Oh, Devin Leary got us too, I believe, in the game.
How about any rushing quarterback ever? I don't get it. But let's talk about the biggest news from the game Friday. We went to the game. We all respected James Madison. Not sure if the players did because of the way they played, but we'll put that on a sidebar. We respected their team. We were all like, man, let's have a great game. And in the back of our head, we're like, let's blow these out. Little man's complex. Now, we thought there were only a couple people here in this city that had it, but apparently there's an entire fan base. There was one person that responded to, I want to think it was Justin Saforo's tweet. He was like, man, what a good, he paid him a compliment. And one of their writers wrote him back and was like, our football team's more accomplished than your football team is. And Saforo was like, how? And the guy was like, we've done more historically in Division I football than you all have. And this guy believed it. The coaches out of pocket in the press conference. They didn't win this game. Louisville's a good team, but they didn't win. We lost. The players, classless, same way. The press box, reports from the press box as the game was going on was that their press people were openly and loudly cheering during the game. Now, Sam, you were in the press box. And let's be clear, Sam's not the snitch. Sam did not tell me this. A couple other people messaged me while the game was on, was like, I'm about to cut a trick. Because here's the thing. If any of us Louisville guys would have been in there doing that, we would have been ejected from the press box. So, Sam, what was your experience with them?
I absolutely hate giving the blue folks up the road some credit.
Fair.
And I might have to
Most of them can't get credit.
right now. I have never heard nor seen a press box like that, even when they were in town. They were extremely loud, very obnoxious, to the point that sometimes they were even correcting the announcer in terms of who made a play or who was in the game, things like that. Um, like like 55 said, sometimes openly cheering. Uh, I was just waiting for someone to say, "Hey, there was a announcement before every game on what's expected in the press box." They were there. I saw them there, so they had to have heard that announcement, and I guess they absolutely did not care. So midway through the first, no, I lie. At the end of the first quarter, I was somewhat hoping that the Louisville football players would give them a reason to shut up. They did not, so they continued to be very boisterous in the press box until the end of the third quarter. And I said it was about darn time because this is not how you behave in a press box. Because had it been, like Jeremy said, one of us, we would have been asked to leave. And I think it has happened once before, but that person shall remain nameless, who was asked to
I know.
behave himself. But yeah, so uh, classless.
You've
just
got to be kidding me. They jumped South Florida into
I think
to number 18.
Yeah, yeah.
And we 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. We fell to 33rd.
Really? I wonder if that says a lot about our performance or how they rate JMU.
While South Florida beat 25 Boise State and number 13 Florida. So.
That's the problem. Is these rankings are done based on some of the stuff that happened last year when teams are totally different. Like Florida, yes, they got DJ Lagway back, but they weren't great last year. Yeah,
No.
they went on run at the end of the year, but during the beginning of the year, they were terrible. So the problem is, I don't think they were the 13th ranked team in the country.
Hold on. My fault, Sean. I wasn't trying to interrupt you.
No, that's okay. Go ahead.
But I was gonna say, Florida's been fugazi for like that coach. No, like bro, we all know that's a fake when we see it.
You're right. You're right. But
and we're 27th in the coaches poll still.
The coaches see what we really are. The press is, well, the press, and some of them may have been JMU press that were pissed that they lost to us. So they
might have
just bring them back the BCS at this point is what I'm saying.
No. God.
Because these preseason rankings in the first 2 weeks objectively is trash. I'll be honest with you, in my opinion. It should be after week 3. We should be worrying about rankings.
It is, but you got to think too. It's all clickbait at some point in time because if you don't have any top 25, top 10 teams to talk about,
yeah,
you don't list anyone preseason. You kind of limit yourself on what you have to talk about leading up to the season, and then you also take away the fact that hey, number 5 versus number 2. Let's try to get that on TV. Let's try to get it. If there's no number associated with these teams the first week, 0, 1, 2 weeks of the season, then where's the hype for the matchup outside of being a name brand?
Yeah, they'll never move it to week 3 or week 4. That just wouldn't benefit them.
And Higgy, you're saying think of my fault, bro. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, they would never 19 to 17 halftime. Gosh dang it.
Yeah, there was almost a fight that broke out at the end of the half between the Steelers and the Jets.
They probably found out you were making mega brownies and didn't offer them any.
No, Justin Fields got hit hard by Jalen Ramsey.
Hey,
that's not right. Go ahead.
Higgy, you're talking about the BCS and everything else. Like, bro, if you thought we couldn't make a national championship now, if we go back to that system, there's no way. There's no way, especially with the mega conferences with the SEC and Big Ten. Nah, no.
Let's just say this. I don't want to get on my soapbox or anything like that, but strength of schedule needs to play a factor in these polls. Just me saying.
And it could. That could be why we're as far down as we are, because we beat 2 teams a fringe top 50 team and then a fringe top 300 team. That might be why we're not
Thank
getting any
you.
respect, and that might be why South Florida's getting all the respect.
True.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Wait for them to play a real team though, because Florida is not a real team.
Now Miami could give him some because Miami, I didn't think Carson Beck was going to be that good, but he's proven me wrong so far.
All right, guys, thoughts on the game? Was this JMU just being better than we thought they were, or not being as good as we thought we were? Shawn, I'll let you start first on this because I haven't let you talk yet.
I think this was more about the fact that JMU just had a good game plan, like Sam said, following up Sam. Because the thing was, I watching their highlights when I was talking about their offense on Friday, I did see some defensive highlights. I didn't see anything like what they ran against us. I didn't see these 8 guys in the box, sometimes 7 or 8 on the line, and you have no idea who's coming, if they're dropping back, if they're all coming. I mean, they brought at least twice. They brought the all-out blitz, which never works on a football game, by the way, because on a football game you bring that, and the other team will just check it and throw a slant or something, and they score a touchdown on it. So it never works, but worked against us because what are we trying to do? Run the ball, and what they did was they're like, okay, just blitz them all because more than likely in a shotgun you got the running back in one spot, right? You got the quarterback next to him. So is you're going to hand it off, try to play action fake. So you just go, hey, just attack them both. Just get to the mesh point, attack them both. And that's kind of what they did. By the time our guy would get the ball, if it was a handoff, he's already got 3 guys in his face.
So let's go to the chat line real quick. I've kind of neglected it because I wanted to get through that first segment. Uncle Larry says, hey, gang, our guys over at Cardinal Companion, check them out if you haven't. They do some really good spaces on Twitter. And we might be doing some collabs with them in the future. They said, let me go ahead and put that back up on the board. Something y'all hit on. I spoke with a buddy that covers JMU after the game. His exact quote was, they ran stuff that they haven't ran since Holy Cross. So if that speaks volumes to you on that, our guy Sean Lancaster, kudos to the defensive unit versus JMU. The defensive coaching staff had them more prepared than Brom and offensive staff, just playing terrible play calling, but all in all, it's a Cardinal win. Somebody asked me the other day, what would you grade our performance? And I said, W. That's all I really care about. Wes Brocky says, what's up, CSZ? Tuning in from Navarre, Florida. Go Cards. And then he says, is that Sasquatch? No, it's something even more rare. It's a hickey. Absolutely. Cashmere says, what's up, fellas? And Uncle Larry says, the cure for all the polls is the win, win, win. And I couldn't say it any better than that. Wes, what about you? Do you think this was, what are your thoughts?
Both sides of the defense came to play. The offense, when it comes to JMU's defensive line, I didn't expect them to stifle us like that. Like, Miller didn't have a chance to breathe back there when he dropped back 9 times out of 10. Mm-hmm. They came ready. They bought the house. They played with desperation. They played with hunger. They wanted this.
Let me ask you this, Wes. Is that because we saw the same thing in the first game as well? Is this just our offensive line is not as good as we hoped that it would be, or is it other factors such as, well, the first game, you can chalk that up to first game jitters. Second game, you could literally chalk that up to, well, they've never done that before, so they're doing stuff we didn't prepare for.
Yeah.
Or are they just straight Duke? No pun intended.
I mean, we saw a slow start for our offensive line the last 2 years. But for the most part, this time around, it is very alarming at the rate JMU was in the backfield. Eastern Kentucky was not in the backfield like that. They got pressure here and there, but JMU was living in our backfield.
How many sacks did they have, Sam? Do you know?
I think they had 2.
They had 2, and then we had 6 or 7.
How many quarterback pressures did they have?
I want to say 5 or 6 off the top of my head.
Wrong. 752.
But yeah, it was wild, man.
Yeah, I think the offensive line got absolutely punked the first 3 quarters. I think the entire Louisville offense, I'll put it this way. I said it in the group chat. The choke and the thief is our thing at the end of the third quarter going into the fourth. That's our thing. We agree with that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did y'all see what happened?
No.
I didn't see, but are you talking about when JMU and them were dancing during Joker and the Thief, and we were being very quiet and still?
We started off dancing like we normally do, all hype. JMU started as well. They moved up closer towards the 50-yard line by the Cardinal bird. The referee and their coaching staff had to push them back. And as that was happening, as the more JMU advanced towards midfield, the less and less you saw Louisville players doing what they do during the Joker and the Thief. And I'm like, I can't believe JMU is coming in here and punking us during Joker and the Thief.
Well, what happened right after that, Sam?
The strip sack and the touchdown.
So now here's something, and maybe we don't want to. Okay, if you're not a Louisville fan, don't listen to the next thing. We're sharing top secret information. If you come in our trap and you jump on our bird,
yes,
we're going to send you back to your. But now, if you come in our trap and you dance during Joker and the Thief while you're ahead, we're going to stomp you out. We're going to do an old school Seth Rollins curb stomp and get you all the way out of L and N. Heck, we may even stomp you so bad you get booted out of Papa John's, Old Cardinal Stadium, Parkway Field, the Dawes High School field. We might send you all the way back to the polo fields for all I know.
One time. Welcome back, AJ Lee, by the way.
Yeah, absolutely. Welcome back. We might have a special guest joining us here in a little bit. It just was contacted. Higgy, what about you, man? We heard your ludicrous and asinine breakdown of Game 1 Friday night, so I'm interested in hearing what you had to say about the JMU game.
I thought the defense played really well. Secondary also outplayed very well. Defensive line's going to be our strong point this year, I really think. But at the same time, I'm worried about the loss of Clark with the leg injury and stuff like that. I don't know how long he's going to be out, but Brom said extended amount of time, so we'll see there. Offensively, we got to get him off the pocket. He's not a pocket. He's not a mobile thrower or anything like that. He has to be in the pocket to make good passes. And there was passes, too, that we should have caught. They were getting 11 targets in a game. You should be able to catch 11 targets. I'm just saying. So
you've only been to 11 targets in the national
more targets than Shawn, so we'll see how that goes.
Oh,
uneffing believable.
Oh,
score! Higgy's up 7-0, even though he don't know how to spell nothing.
Just like
great analysis. The only thing.
Hold on, ladies and gentlemen, bro. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I haven't brought it back out. I got one.
Oh, he's doing it. He threw the flag and it landed on his shoulder, so we know that's a penalty. I guess Higgy felt he had to get a little clap back after Shawn literally gaslit him on the God joke, which we don't like joking on God at all because he's the reason we're here. He's what we over about everything too. But maybe it was Higgy's clap back. What do we need to work on during the bye week, Sam?
It starts up front. You got to do something with their offensive line. If I noticed, there were quite a few substitutions on that offensive line. I think what Coach Braun was trying to do was trying to find some continuity in that first group or any five at some point in time, because I saw guys in there for one or two snaps, one series, maybe two, and he gave them the hook, and I was like, dang, it's a whole lot of people getting a lot of playing time. So I felt like he was trying to find the right pieces to one, open up holes for Brown, Duke, and Keywan.
Sorry, Brown Duke.
Yeah,
if it's any other color than brown, you go talk to the doctor.
Then subsequently find a nice pocket, a nice clean pocket for Miller to throw from, because there are sometimes he did have a pocket, but he got happy feet, like Shawn said, because they had gotten so much pressure on him early. He didn't think he would have time, so he kind of escaped a little bit too early. And I say this because I think it's still early in the season. It's still early in Miller Moss's progression of Coach Brom's offense. He still has to figure out and trust that, hey, this throw is going to be open this player is going to be open here. I need to trust it and let it go. I think he's just waiting a little bit too long because he doesn't fully grasp the offense completely. Sure. But that'll come through time, and I think we'll see more anticipation throws because he did it a few times, but it was either too low or too high, and then sometimes the receiver just missed it. But I think one thing that Coach Brom's going to do, the one thing, maybe the most important thing, is probably going to figure out a way to get that offensive line gelling and find a 5, maybe 6 that he can really trust that can do block up front.
Absolutely. Shawn, do you still think the team is as good as we did, as we thought before the EKU game?
Yes, I still think they're going to be fine. But I think some of it's dictated by the defenses we played. EKU did the same thing. They put 7-8 in the box every time. They're trying to make Milner Moss beat us. So now it's on Coach Brom to be like, okay, then we're going to start throwing a little more on first down to open up the running game, or use the running backs out of the backfield to catch the ball.
Shawn tried to put 7 or 8 in the box one time, and it took him 3 times. But I digress.
The counter from JMU bringing out run blitzing on first downs in the second half. On first down, the touchdown pass to Bell was a quick pass. Mm-hmm. So you notice that he made the adjustment himself in terms of, okay, I know this is what they're looking for on first down. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna switch it up. I'm gonna give you a run look, a little bit of motion or whatever, and I'm gonna throw out of it to get them moving, to get them off of their spots, get their eyes moving differently, get them off of their cues. And it worked. When you have athletes like that and you have a great coach, I'm not necessarily worried about the play calling. I'm more worried about the execution of the plays because I know he's going to get us into some great plays.
Yeah, the offensive line, the one thing I did notice, I think I pointed out to you during the game, was there was a couple times that there was communication errors. It was somebody was supposed to block a guy and just didn't even touch. They opened a hole right up for him to run through like a running back, right towards our running back and quarterback.
We'll only have one. Just a reminder, we'll only have one show next week, Friday night at 10:05. Some more news on that later. We are going to really quickly go to the hottest segment that is sweeping the nation. Shawn, it's time for you to take it away. Give it back, whatever you do with it. Let's go.
De nada.
No.
Another reason why.
I knew he was bilingual. Listen, Shawn sets them up and I knock them down. That's just the way. I wish we were friends earlier in life because that means I would have got a lot of action growing up. I want to reshout Fitness Market, Fourpex, Collision Course Crew, Tailgaters, Cherry Pickens, Shoot 360, Mossy Oak, Planet Fitness, Rally House, Beckman's Fine Blades, and Josh Jarbo from Remax Realty. While we're waiting on our special guest to hop in here with us, Higgy, we'll start with you. Who was the offensive player of the game for you?
Isaac Brown. I'll go with the easy answer, but at the same time, if I'm going to go a secondary option,
no, you can't have a secondary option because there's 6 of us here.
Okay. Skinner was my second. Yes.
So
some of the big catches of the game came down to Skinner more than anything.
All right, Wes. One pick. I didn't really think I had to quantify who is your player of the game and then get 85 players back in return, but I digress.
My player of the game is going to be Clef Lupin just because of pressure.
Player of the game, Wes.
Offensive.
Guys saying, we got frickin' frack over here. Neither one of them can answer the questions
my bad. I'll give it to Chris Bell.
Chris Bell. I like that. That's not a bad pick, Shawn.
It's a tough one because
come on with it. Pause.
Because he took mine. I was gonna go Chris Bell because of that big touchdown. That kind of, I think it almost sealed the game there. As soon as that happened,
nobody's got mine. I'm hyped. Sam?
Miller Morse.
Okay.
Even though he was pressured a lot, he didn't turn the ball over. He took what was there. He got us. He made the few checks, but he used his legs when he had to. He took the sack when he had to. He didn't force anything. No turnovers. I'll go Miller Moss.
Shawn, just a word of advice: never take the sack. What, Higgy?
That's what I was about to say. Major pause, ladies and gentlemen.
I was gonna say, Sam, didn't he have a turnover with a fumble?
Yeah, but I don't. Yeah, but
I don't really count that one because I mean you got to count it, but I don't really
he
count
did
that
miss
one.
the assignment too.
Yeah.
That was on him. But I mean, live, I thought he was down.
I did too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the one nobody's mentioned yet. Mr. 2 for 2, Cooper Ranvier. He's perfect from three this year so far, 3 for 3. I think he's missed a couple extra points, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about field goals. And plus, y'all had already taken every other offensive stat holder on the team, other than I could have said maybe Keywan Brown for his big plays. A defensive player of the game. I'm starting off with that one because I already know who everybody else is going to get, and y'all have legitimately left me and Sam drier than Sean's phone book. I'm going with Clev Lubin, not just because of his sacks, but the turnover he forced. I have a feeling that the next person is going to pick the recipient of that gift as defensive player of the game, and I'm fine with that because at the end of the day, they scored a touchdown. But Sam, who do you got as your defensive player of the game?
I'm gonna pull a Higgy on this one.
Okay,
I'll go to the linebackers.
Okay.
There were a lot of times where the defensive line did what they were supposed to do and allowed the linebackers to make the tackle. The linebackers got beat twice all game. One was on the touchdown with the misdirection. That was a great play call. That was a Jeff Brom-esque play call there. And then the second one was the first play of the game for JMU where, well, it's kind of the linebacker and the safety. But other than that, I give the linebackers an A+. They were plugging in holes. They were making the stops, making life difficult for anything short. So they had to, what's that, Bennett. He had to hold the ball a little bit longer, which forced the defensive line to get to him. So I'm gonna go with the entire linebacker core.
All right, Sean.
I'm gonna go Wes Bailey. He showed out. That dude had 2 sacks himself, I think. 2 big ones. I remember one. They were close to midfield, and he sacked
2 big sacks.
Bennett. Yeah.
Okay.
2 big sacks. He dropped both of them on him.
Too easy.
Wes, what about you?
I'd have to say, like I said beforehand, Clev Lubin, because like his ability to pressure the quarterback, get past offensive lines, he's a superstar. Like he really is. Like he's him and Wes Bailey are nightmare. Him, Wes Bailey, and AJ Green are a nightmare together. But he really brings the pressure so much that it's a freight train.
Look,
That you
Madonna J, I am calling Madonna J. That's just how it rolls. I am very, very shocked that nobody mentioned.
I was going to, but I saw the pressure Clev was getting, regardless of where they put him. He scared the crap out of that offensive line.
Fair. Let me ask you all this question. And this question is really it's an I don't know how to put it, but injuries. We suffered an injury in our linebacking core. You never want to see an injury, but Sam, was that the best play? Because we're pretty stacked at linebacker. Was that the best case scenario if we had to have an injury for that to have occurred? Like, I mean, obviously it's better than if it happened at quarterback or running back. I mean, even running back, we might have been okay. But defense, let's quantify it that way. Defensively, was that the best place that we could have got an injury and not have to really miss very much off of that person's absence? Which we hope the speedy recovery. We hope Stanquan gets well very, very quickly. But just wondering your thoughts on that, because I do believe our linebacking core is about 4 or 5 deep.
That's tough. Depending on who it is, I could also say the defensive line is.
Sure.
Because we have about 5 or 6 players on that defensive line, especially at the defensive tackle position or nose tackle position. But yeah, I'll have to go defensive line. I would probably take a defensive line injury. Not
okay. So Sam wants to injure the defensive line.
No. Outside of if I had to choose, which I hope I don't ever have to.
Never.
I would substitute Clark's injury for a defensive line. linemen.
Do you all? Does anybody else have a different answer than that? Because if you don't, I'm going to move to the next question. No, okay. Do you all like the early bye weeks? 2 in the first 6 games. To me, I don't remember who I was talking to. I think it might have been Steve yesterday, but it almost feels like we just completed the NFL preseason portion of our schedule. We're going to take a week, 13 days off, and then play Bowling Green, which feels like a first game of the season opponent before we go to Pittsburgh. I don't know how much that prepares you. I don't like it at all. I love to have one in the first half of the season and another in the second half of the season to kind of clear up any nagging injuries or such. Does any let me ask that differently, because we are running it kind of long. I'm going to try to speed it up a little bit. Does anybody like the 2 early bye weeks?
No.
Only like given the injuries we suffered this past game and how physical that game was, I don't like them normally, but at the same time, giving our guys a chance to heal up because that was a battle.
Well, yeah, but they could have healed during the first bye week.
That's true. That's true.
Because it's 13 days between games, so it's almost like having 2 weeks off before you play again. I didn't mean bye weeks, I meant having them both within the first month of the season.
Oh no, I hate that. I hate that.
Okay.
He said physical game against JMU.
I know. Did you ever think those words were ever going to be spoken? I sure didn't.
No, we never thought JMU would be that much of a fight. We thought, I know that's PTSD for anybody saying fight, but either way, because like no, we didn't expect that.
Wes had a great idea. Thanks to him for actually responding to the questions in the group chat. Asked last night about new segments in the group chat, and he said, let's give a game ball out. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to allow him to give the first ever CSZ game ball out. Who gets your first game ball, Wes? And just to quantify this, Higgy, it's not 3 people get it, and then if another 3, and then another 3. It's not one offense, not one defense. Who was the most important player in this game, in your opinion?
In my opinion, even though I gave defensive player to the game, AJ Green, an absolute menace. That defensive recovery, the fumble for a touchdown, he changed the trajectory of this game on his own. He really did.
Absolutely changed the momentum of the game. Not sure about the trajectory, but he definitely changed the momentum. Higgy, spell trajectory.
TRAJECTORY.
Okay.
We have a winner.
I was trying to hit the ding 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 button, and I hit the Higgy button. I apologize. I apologize. Higgy, who gets your game ball? And don't say Megan, because that's too easy.
Whoa.
I'd say the linebacker for I say TJ Quinn.
TJ Quinn. Okay. That's not a bad one, Shawn.
I'm going to go Jabari Mack.
Jabari Mack.
Because he got that interception, the second turnover of the game, but the first interception, I think, of the season, if I'm not mistaken.
That is correct.
So, yes. And that was a big one because it sealed it. Or almost sealed it. I know they got down to the 5, and then their quarterback was a dumb.
Their quarterback gave us an assist, which I didn't know they had in football. I knew they did in baseball and basketball, but not in football. Sam, what about you?
Clev Lewin.
Okay.
He brought it all night long, and it really set the tone for the defense that the whole game.
Aaron Walker also says Clev Lubin, and you all can put y'all's game ball recipients. I'm about to shock the world. My overall game ball goes to
Ron English.
You got to say yours. I didn't say yours for you.
Oh, were you serious?
Yes.
Oh, my fault. Do it again. I won't say anything.
Ron English, not only for, again, I still have questions with the secondary, but let's see how I'm still on let's give it a little bit more of a sample size. Let's see what we can do against better teams. James Madison's a good team. They're a gimmicky team, and it worked against us, to their credit. So let's see. I can't believe Sam stole my
I mean, that was technically my pick, but I was just joking because I had no idea.
You didn't think that was gonna be the words that came out of my mouth in a million years. Let's get to Higgy's segment, and no, not the side boob cooking segment, as we can see now. Rapid fire, always just enough in the shot to be in the shot. Have y'all noticed that? The University of Louisville field hockey team fell 1-0 to Drexel Saturday afternoon at Indiana's Deborah Tobias Field. With their first loss of the season, the Cards dropped to 2-1, while the Dragons move up to 2-2. In that game, Drexel held a 10-5 advantage in shots and 4-1 edge in shots on goal. The teams were pretty evenly matched. Yada, yada, yada. Before we finish up rapid fire, we do have a special guest on the line. Now, we told you earlier about a story. Higgy lives in Nashville, happened to stop. Well, he didn't happen to. 9 out of 10 times if you go to Nashville, Higgy's at lunch. No matter the time of the day. And he was telling us a story about how he ran into former U of L assistant coach Vince Taylor, which got me thinking, who knows a little bit about Coach Vince Taylor? Well, it might be our boy, head coach, Tennessee State, Nolan Smith. Nolan, what's good, old PM?
What's up, brother? How y'all doing, man?
Doing good, coach. I still haven't got used to that. I mean, you were assistant, but now you're the head cheese man.
He's the
man, look, I'm down. I'm enjoying it.
How are you liking Nashville?
Yeah,
I'm definitely on
how
now.
you feel?
How are you liking Nashville so far? I said, how are you liking Nashville so far?
I'm loving it. Loving it. Great city. Just, enjoying it. Getting used to the campus and the community of TSU. But overall, Nashville is a great city to be in right now.
But thank you.
Hey, congratulations, brother. Congratulations.
I appreciate you.
We appreciate you, big time coach, calling into the show, giving us a little bit of your time. How's the kids, man? I don't want to make this personal because it is what it is. But how's the kiddos doing, man?
The kids are doing great. We've been here now for about a month now. Everybody's adjusted and in school, and loving it. Deuce is just ready for games. I mean, right now he doesn't know who to be a fan of. He's a Cardinal fan. He's a Memphis Tiger fan, and now he's a Tennessee State Tiger fan.
Listen,
it's been a lot for him, but
did we lose him? You there? Okay, there he is. I just know those kids are probably very, very happy to get that ugly blue off of them. Not Memphis blue, but just the color blue, and get into a nicer color. He's freezing up on us. You there, Nolan? Okay, he's off. Well, he took some time out with us. We appreciate it. Didn't even get to ask him about Vince. Maybe he'll hop back on. Maybe he won't. U of L's men's soccer team, 4-0, 1-0 in the ACC, pulled off the upset, taking down. Okay, he's back. And he's back. No, you're good. And he's gone again. Nolan, are you there? Yeah, I can now.
Connect to the Wi-Fi.
Man, look.
I think Nolan's using Wes's Wi-Fi, man.
Man, right?
Hey, first off, I can't say that word on this live, but you know what I was going to say.
I do. So I wanted to ask you this question. You hired Vince Taylor last week, a couple weeks ago. As you know, I have a personal connection with Vince.
Yep.
You already did. What went into that hire? Like, what made you think like Vince Taylor? I know why I would pick him because I dealt with him for a couple of years up here. One of the best people I've ever met in my entire life. But what made you think, man, I got to have Vince Taylor on staff?
I think that was the first box that had to be checked. And I reached out to Coach K, and I asked him, what do you think about Coach Vince Taylor? And he said, well, first and foremost, he's a great human being. He's been in the game for a long time, and I don't think there's a person out there in this business that has a negative thing to say about Coach Vince Taylor. Just the other day we were on the phone and we called Reese Gaines and talking about how Vince recruited Reese and just all the stories and all the former Louisville players that I know he had an impact on their lives. I mean, I know that's what he's done everywhere he's been. He's had a positive impact on every player. And for me, Everybody always says, when you're a first time head coach, you got to go get you an OG that's gonna take care of you. He was the perfect person for me and somebody I know I'm gonna be able to lean on. Start this head coaching journey.
Absolutely. Well, Nolan, we appreciate you hopping on. Again, Vince, great dude. Love that guy. Can't wait to come down and watch some games in Nashville. Higgy will be able to show us all the places to eat because he's at restaurants 3 times a day at the minimum. So we'll be able to get.
Hey, 55.
Do what?
Yeah.
I was saying, hey, 55, can I get in on that
Yeah,
road
yeah. You
trip?
can come. Listen, we'll all ride down and watch Tennessee State together. Show Nolan.
I was gonna say,
Let's do it. I was just about.
Come on
Nolan, you
down.
got a great player, and Alex Wright. I met him yesterday as well. He is a great dude, great human being as well. So you got a great dude there. I can't wait to see you all play this season.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you.
And hey, we got to go to Monell's with Coach Taylor again.
Go to where?
Monell's.
Okay.
It's the place I saw him at yesterday.
Okay, so apparently Monell's is the place to go eat at down there. That's why Higgy's our resident food expert.
Sounds fancy.
Thanks.
Definitely sounds fancy. I haven't been there yet. I'm gonna check it out.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that name definitely sounds fancy. Monell's. It got a ring to
Southern
it.
cooking, the best you'll ever have.
Listen, I'll tell you this much. After Higgy was done, he asked for some more. That's for sure. I know that's right. Nolan, we appreciate you hopping on with us. Love you, my brother, and we'll talk to you soon.
Much love.
Yep. Nolan Smith, everybody. Nolan, I was gonna get into some more stuff with him, but he first off, he's driving. Second off, because I didn't want him to laugh and run off the road, obviously. But let me get this off the screen. Why is that on the screen still? Okay. Some technical difficulties as we talk.
Hey, but 55. Yeah. Please let me know when you going down there. I want to go.
Absolutely. We'll do that. Why can I not get this off the screen?
But sorry, hey, I'll say one game that Nolan has on the schedule this year that's going to be a tough game that I'd love to go see, but it's a road game.
Mm-hmm.
Tennessee. At Tennessee.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, okay.
They played Rocky Top this year, Coach Taylor was telling me, and I'm kind of curious to see. He's got a good team around him. Does he pull off the upset?
Absolutely. Okay, so Friday afternoon inside Dr. Mark and Cindy Lynn Stadium, we took down number 1 ranked Stanford. The last time Cards beat the number 1 team in the country was in April 2021 when they took down top ranked Clemson 2-1 inside Lynn Family Stadium. U of L's athletic department has announced a transformational. No way, Higgy. I'm calling BS on this right now. You did not write this rapid fire. Tell Megan I said thank you or whatever.
He's out of town, so.
Well, then whatever chat GPT you used. You spell transformational.
Transformational. TRANS or FOR Mational. MATIONAL.
Now here's what I want to ask. All I heard was TRA. He didn't know what letter went there, but he just decided to make a noise. I respect his hustle. A transformational partnership with Danny Wimmer presents one of the nation's premier live entertainment producers to advance name, image, and likeness opportunities for U of L's student athletes. As a part of the agreement, DWP will make a $1 million commitment over the next decade to support U of L student athletes as they navigate the rapidly evolving NIL landscape. It was all Cardinals as Louisville women's soccer team 6-1 toppled Kent State 8-0 Thursday night at Lynn Family State or at Lynn Dr. Mark and Cindy Lynn Stadium. Sophomore Amelia Swinarski recorded a hat trick tonight for the Cards and tied a career high with 6 points. It's the first hat trick by a Louisville player since the 2018 season. As always, we're going to ask you all to please support the photographers, Jeff Nunn, TJ Barr, Justin Kruger, Keith Russell. We did have one more. Oh, Aaron Walker wanted to know, does the secondary clean up as the season goes on? Sam, do you think they tighten up a little bit? Because that's the only gripe I've had so far defensively. And it could be scheme-wise. It could be because of that. They may have been selling out for the run and put them in bad positions. I don't think they played that bad in the first game. We did get more interceptions this game, even though it was just one. But do you think the secondary cleans up their act as the season goes on? Was this just a one-time thing?
No, it's definitely just a one-time thing for right now because they're gonna get better as the season goes on. You got to look at it too. Jabari Mack, Rodney Johnson, JoJo Evans, like they're all new to the system. So as long as they stay in the playbook, they put in the work on the practice field and in the film study room, they will get better and more acclimated in what Coach Ron English wants to do. And once they start to, similar to Miller Moss, once they start to trust the system, believe their eyes, believe their training, believe the scheme, you're gonna see them. They're gonna get some more interceptions.
Hey Wes, can you please mute that? That is starting to get really annoying. That I can hear.
Sorry, I didn't know. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. For sponsorship opportunity. Oh, well, let me take his chat off here so I can read the thing for sponsorship opportunities. Please email me at the address listed right below Wes's pinky finger there. Stay tuned to our social media and subscribe to us on YouTube or Facebook to be alerted anytime we go live, even though we prefer the YouTube. You can find the audio version on over 125 podcast avenues: Apple, iTunes, Buzzsprout, Spotify, TuneIn, Google, Amazon, iHeart. Hit subscribe, like, heart, plus sign, or whatever it is that Shawn does on the weekends now to have these podcasts downloaded automatically to your phone, laptop, or PC. If you haven't listened to all the prior episodes of the Cardinal Sports Zone podcast, it's easy to find. Go to cardinalsportszone.com, go to the podcast tab, drop down menu, select CSZ Podcast for our last 7 seasons that we've been doing here on the podcast for this iteration of the podcast is what I'm trying to say. There were a couple years in between it and our first iteration of the podcast, which you can find at the archive tab. But all the stuff from 939 The Ville, Nikki V purposely deleted off of the server so we couldn't get it and put it on our website. He also doesn't have very good toilet etiquette, so please add him at Nikki V ESPN. Ask him why his toilet etiquette is out of pocket. Ask him why he deleted the Cardinal Sports Zone podcast off the servers. Check out our exclusives at cardinalsportszone.com, the place it all began. Shawn, Sam, Dalton, Justin Kruger, just to name a few. Jeff Nunn, when he can type without his big reading glasses because he's old as they all of our writers write really well. Like we only have maybe one writer that Shawn has to edit. We won't say his name, but there's one writer that Shawn has to edit as if a kindergartner turned in their work. I'm not gonna. Hey, Shawn, can you do me a favor real quick? Mm-hmm. Look at the camera and then just point down. So I'm not gonna point any fingers. There you go.
I've already pointed the fingers, so don't even say it.
But we have even his stuff. Once Shawn gets a hold of it, is immaculate. It's almost like he's got Shawn GPT over here.
Mm-hmm. Well, I have Megan GPT most of the time.
That's true.
And you just admitted it. Thank you very much.
We knew it.
Yes,
we knew it.
We finally have an answer. We finally have confirmation.
I was just saying it and putting shit you're saying. To
Hey, I've gotten better here.
I swear.
Well,
Shitticus.
It's about time. I mean, she's been putting in all the hard work. That good old teacher education is paying off for you.
Listen, we don't appreciate the women in our lives. Well, Shawn excluded. Enough on this podcast. Shout out to Teresa. Love you. She does a whole lot. But Megan deserves an award almost, because do you realize what she has had to commit to in order to make this marriage a marriage? Like, she said, yes, I would like to marry Higgy. Like, God bless you, my child.
Where is Megan, by the way?
She's out of town.
She's on a sister's vacation this weekend.
Oh, so she's out with her other boyfriend.
Vacation.
Oh,
okay. So she took Enrique on vacation with her. We got it. Shout out to everybody who's out there sharing the podcast. We appreciate and love you guys. Shout out to Marcus and Mabe and Steve Rummage doing the Lord's work Monday through Friday from 10 to noon, or whenever Marcus decides to get on and get out of the show on ESPN 939 The Ville. Shout out to our guy Dalton Pence, who has 6 to 7 on Mondays locked down with Mondays with Dalton Pence. And shout out to our guy Blake McCauley and our special correspondents, former Cardinal Terrence Jennings. Their new show, Spill in the Ville, is off and running, and they need your support. They do good stuff. They have great interviews. They're just new, and you all know these days, the younger generation thinks if something ain't popping off immediately, then it ain't worth doing. These guys are doing a really good job. So let them know that. Let them feel that they're doing a good job. It just takes some time. It took us 10 years. It's taken Shawn 40-something years for some things. But it took us, I said 10 years, but it took us about 10 months to be able to get things running very, very smoothly. And the Jets score again. Good God. So just support, main point, support them, show them love. Social media, where can everybody find you on social media? Higgy.
I am the Higgy, of course.
I am Betty Crocker. Okay, Wes.
Wes Keys _ CSZ.
Wes did it right. The rest of you all need to fall in line and acknowledge the podcast chief, which is Cardinal Sports Zone. Shawn?
At Elville Shawn.
Okay, now can you tell everybody what your username is on Feet Finder?
Eat Defeat.
Eat Defeat. Okay. Sam?
I don't have one of those.
No, not Feet Finder, on the regular social media.
Oh, that's Baseboy124.
I'm at Jeremy _CSZ. We are at Card Sport Zone. We appreciate y'all's love and support. Shout out to our guys, Dan Furman, Mark Spiegel, 502 Circle. Let's get a little bit into our final thoughts. Higgy, final thoughts for this week. Thanks for hopping on with us, man. We really enjoy this.
I feel old this week. I turned 30 on Saturday, so we will see how that goes.
Whoa.
No,
we're not doing
this
that.
big ass. He's out of here.
I was about to say, nah, I turned 30 before you,
No,
so leave
he's
me
not hearing.
alone.
Well, he hears it because he's in the back. I put him in the corner. And if you all know Higgy, that's one big corner. He's got timeout. I'll bring you back on, Higgy, but you just earned a penalty stroke. Pause.
Bro, it's not.
Pause.
Pause. I'm about to say it's not a corner. It's a cubicle.
It's a penalty apartment. Wes, final thoughts.
Got a lot to clean up, but let's continue the momentum and move forward toward Bowling Green.
Shawn?
You know what? Let's just get through the bye week and get to Bowling Green and murk them.
So are we going to win the bye week, Shawn? Are we winning the bye week?
Oh, yeah. We're winning.
What's the spread?
What's the spread? 105.
I like that, which is also how many pounds of titties Higgy has in his shirt. Sam?
Well, you stole my bid. I was going to say let's win the bye week, but
well, payback's a B, ain't it?
The heck with it. Let's win the bye week.
Okay. My final thoughts will.
Hey, no. I gotta pause him now that he's back on camera. You talking about you turning 30? Stop it.
No, 30.
I'm older than you, but you look older than me.
So that's
Stop
true. It. But Shawn is in a different decade bracket than you are. I'm in a different decade bracket than you are. Sam, you're not 40 yet, are you? No. Okay. So you can go frost it.
Sam, take your hat off and tell me you lying.
What did he say?
He cut his Fisher Price internet cut him off again.
I heard.
No, I was saying, Sam, take your hat off. Take your hat off and shut. Yeah, you look 40.
It's only two reasons I take my hat off, and none of them I can do right here.
Hey!
Whoa, good one, but go. Whoa.
We'll see you guys this Friday for special court. You know, we had a guest today pop in unannounced. We're gonna have one that hops on announced. A special CSZ correspondent Preston Brown joins us for our only show of the week this week. We'll be off next Sunday. Have I mentioned again? This has been my little bit the last few weeks, and I think I'm gonna keep it in there. Have I mentioned lately how excited I am that football is back? I hate early bye weeks. I'm sure if Joey was here, which he gets home today, he'll be back with us on Friday. Maryland's trash. Control the pet population. I hate early bye weeks. Is probably going to be his thing. For myself, for Shawn, for Sam, for Wes, for Higgy, who looks like a miniature Braun Strowman, and for Lucy, who just walked in the room for no reason at all.
No, she's been here.
Has she?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, she just popped out from underneath the shadow.
I interrupted Sam's final words, so I was going to say, let him get
Sam already
those
said
real
his
quick.
final thoughts.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did
you must. Yeah.
Oh, my bad. I know I interrupted. I
Wes
apologize.
is now. This wasn't an official stat until today, but Wes leads the league. And I don't mean to interrupt, but I'm still going to interrupt with 7 of those this show. So nobody else is even close. So we appreciate that. For myself, for Sean Barber, for Wes, for Sam, for Higgy, his breasticles, and his beard. We hope you all enjoy the bye week. Thanks again for the support. We love you guys. Until next time, this has been the Cardinal Sports Zone Podcast. Do the titty dance, Higgy.
Is he doing something with it?
No, he's not.
Okay.
You should have told him to do the truffle shuffle.
Guys. Killing it.